I'll be sharing the stage with our man of God, Pastor Chris, and he'll be explaining to you why your life has been the way it is.
And hear me well. If you miss this one, it might take you a long, long time to be in that situation. No, I asked the Lord one day, why do some people suffer for a very long time? Because I was concerned. I've met people going through situations for a long time, and Christians, they've gone through certain situations again and again for a long time, a protracted period. So listen very well. So that if there's any situation you're going through that is not the best situation, where you should be having a glorious life of a need ridden life is not what you want. It's a life of free supply causes. In other words, unhindered. They come to you by free course. See, unhindered. And the supply continues without being stopped. That's the life that he gave you. If that is not the life that you are having right now, then hear me and hear me very well. Fun.
Hi guys, welcome to Live with NK. All I do here is to motivate you to be intentional with how you live your life. You're born once, you will live once, and you will die once.
Let me get this straight, guys. First of all, I was born without my permission. That's one thing.
In all of this living, you don't even have a spare life. Like, if anything happens to you on this journey called life, that is what I'm trying to explain to you right now. You would never be repeated again in history.
Second of all, my future is in my hands. Like, what am I supposed to do with it?
So, this one life that you have, what are you doing with it? That is why I am here, and this channel is here to motivate you to be intentional with how you live in the now. Well, this video is something you would love to watch because it's going to explain to you why your life has been the way it is. Like, you've been praying, you've been doing all you think you want to do, all you think you need to do, all you are everly wanting to do, and you're doing them and nothing is working out. So it is not because you are not a Christian. It's not because God does not want to hear you. In short, God hears all our prayers, right? But one thing He does not do is that He doesn't answer every prayer. And this is the reason. Okay, today I wanted to, like, I'm just so scared to even go out because I realized that where I work, the people there are always wanting to bully me. And it's got me, sometimes I just feel like throwing in the towel. I remember one day I was praying, I said, God, I don't want to fight. God, I don't want this fight. Because I realized I had to defend myself. I realized I had to stand up for myself because it looked as if they're pushing me away and the wall is crumbling and they don't even care. They just keep pushing me and pushing me. So at the end of the day, I remember I went to work that day and I bared my mind. I was just hell over here. I was on the top of my voices. I was literally talking and shouting, and somehow everybody that wanted to oppress me were quiet. They were all quiet. Nobody was saying anything, and I was like, "The day this is going to end, I'm not taking this anymore. What is all this?" And that was when I realized that if you want to succeed, two things are very important: your mindset, and you have to be ready for attacks. That is the best form of defense. So let's talk about mindset. The mindset of a warrior, the mindset of a conqueror, is not the mindset that cower. It's not the mindset that you have to be scared. It's not the mindset that you don't want to take up challenges. It's a mindset that you are ready to face it head on. In short, it's a lion's mentality. I hope you know that the lion is not even the biggest animal in the jungle. He's not the fastest, he's a cheetah. The biggest animal is the elephant. But yes, the lion is the king of the jungle. And what makes him the king of the jungle? When there are giraffe very tall, snake very poisonous and and ready to strike, a lot of animals, it's his mentality. The lion already understands that life is an attack. You must not always play defense in the field of life. I was doing that. I remember I was saying, God, I don't want this trouble. God, let it just pass by. But I got to work that day. It was more than I couldn't just defend it again. I had to attack, and everybody let me go. Everybody left me alone. So the lion understands that attack is the best form of defense. The lion understands that his mindset, that's a courageous mindset, risk mindset, ready to face it and face it to the end, is what has kept him as the king of the jungle. The lion does not fight and back out. Study the lion. If he's in the fight, he fights to finish. If he's out to attack you, he knows that if he leaves you halfway and you stands up, you're going to fire back and it's going to be deadly. So when he stands up, and he's fighting to the finish. So the lion enters a fight very bold and courageous. So this is me telling you, be a lion. It starts from here. It's the mindset. Be a lion. Your mindset about life is very important. So basically, whatever you're going through in life, whatever is happening to you in life, starts from your mind, right? It starts from how you think about it. Are you thinking already you are defeated? Are you talking low of yourself and you want to excel? It's not going to work that way. Are you always playing defense in the field of life? Matthew 11:12, and from the days of John the Baptist till now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violent it by force or takes it by force. You must not always play defense to get what you want. At times, you have to attack. And at times, and if you don't attack sometimes, you're going to still keep facing that problem. You're going to keep being the same way till you launch out. So, guys, this is me telling you, know the right words to say to yourself because it all starts from the mind. As a man thinketh in his heart, whatever you think most times comes out from your mind. So, what do you think the kind of persons you stay around with are all very important in this journey of life and this destiny. So you have to be very intentional, right? Know that your mindset is part of this life. Your mindset is part of what is keeping you where you are because as you think, so you are, right? And then for you to get to where you are, you must leave the fence, be an attacker, face that problem headlong. And I trust me, you are going to come out victorious because you're already more than a conqueror.
Uninterrupted life of constant abundant supply. You see, always your life and the circumstances of your life are a character of the workings of your mind. Listen, your world is the manifestation of your mind. How your world is and what's happening to you, all right, and affecting you doesn't affect you until it has affected your mind. It starts with your mind.
Thank you, guys. And see you again in my next one.